Good evening, friends. I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to show you how you can access S3 files from your EC2 instance using IAM Role. So not using any AWS access key or secret key, but rather than IAM Role. So this tutorial gives you a step-by-step guide, like how you can securely access files from S3. Download those files in your EC2, or maybe upload files to your S3 bucket. Is access key, it's a another way to upload files from EC2 to S3, but that is not secure. And in the next slides, we will see why. So in this tutorial, you will see what is IAM roles, or why we are going to choose IAM roles, how we can create an IAM role, how we can attach permissions to any IAM role, and how we can assign IAM role to an EC2 instance. It can be new or existing both. And then we are going to test. So why are we going to use IAM roles in EC2 rather than like access key or secret? So there are a couple of things. IAM role eliminates the long-term access keys, right? If, for example, if you wanted to use access keys, then it's kind of like you need to manually rotate it, right? Otherwise, it's not secure. Like you cannot use or save any access key for 1 or 2 years. You have to rotate in every 90 days. That's the best practice. I mean, you can, but it's not best practice. So you have to rotate by yourself. So that's the one big problem. If you use IAM roles, that eliminates the whole key rotation part because it gives you temporary credentials via IMDSV2, which is Instant Metadata Service version 2. That means AWS will automatically rotate your keys. So you assign an IAM role to an EC2 instance, then that EC2 instance will automatically get access key secret keys from AWS, which is short-lived, and then it's rotated automatically. You don't have to do anything at all, which is very secure. There is no risk of losing your access key. So the big problem is sometimes if you lose your access key and it's available in GitHub, then anyone can use those access key and download your data or upload your data, both. So there is not a secure way, and AWS Well-Architected Framework doesn't recommend this. They recommend to use IAM roles. And it also enforces least privilege access. That means we are going to only allow access to S3 via particular maybe bucket or bucket store, etc. So how we can configure S3 to access, how we can configure S3 access to IAM roles, step by step, right? So first created a dedicated IAM role for the EC2. So first we are going to create an IAM role, and then we are going to attach an permission to that IAM role that has S3 read-only access or maybe read-only access to a particular bucket. Then we are going to assign that IAM role to your EC2 instance. It can be existing or new, both. Next, verify the S3 access using AWS CLI, and then troubleshoot the permissions if needed. For example, you might not have the permissions to that bucket, or maybe the region configuration is not okay. So this kind of things you can troubleshoot. So once the installation is done, we're going to run a couple of commands like AWS S3ls, which will list all the buckets. AWS S3ls get, so it will like get the buckets object from S3, and also like CP, it will copy the file from your local to S3. So let's go to our EC2 console and do the experiment from there. So here I am in my EC2 and AWS console, and then I'm going to go to IAM here. So IAM, this will give me access, this will allow me to create an IAM role, right? So that's our first thing. We have to create an IAM role. So I'm going to go to the roles, and then we are going to create a new role. It's for AWS service, and the service is EC2. It's for EC2, right? And then click next. Attach permissions. I'm not going to like attach any permissions at this moment. So let's avoid that now. You can do that later. So I'm just going to give it a name. It is EC2 Yes. Okay. Now let's move forward with an IAM role. The role is created. Now add permissions, attach policies, right? You can attach policies, and then you can attach policy to existing policies, or you can also kind of like create policies here as well. You can use like IAM policy generator, IAM policy generator, and then you can generate your IAM policy from here. That's the best, right? So it's IAM policy, it's allow. Let's it's just going to be S3 all actions, and then you can remit this to any buckets. For that purpose, I'm not going to like limit any resources. And for example, we allow all the resources, right? So add statement, generate the policy. Here, as I told you, you can limit to a particular bucket, but now for the like simplicity, we just keep everything allowed inside S3. So copy the policy, and here you can create inline policy, or you can like create a policy and then attach to the IAM role. Both are possible. I'm just going to create an inline policy. Let's see. So we can give as a JSON because we have the JSON, right? So I pasted here everything, and then let's save it. Next, to source, create the policy. Policy has been created, right? So now let's go to EC2 dashboard and then create a EC2 instance. Yes, access. Amazon Linux 2023, and then TXT micro, that's okay. I'm just going to use a PTR here. So you can just keep as is this. And here in the advanced, we are going to choose the instance profile here. And that is the one that I just created. Equally test. Okay, everything else as it is. Let's launch the instance. This is when you are launching a new instance. What about existing instances, right? You sometimes need to allow or change the IAM role for an existing instance. We can do that easily from the actions menu and then security and then modify the IAM role. Here you can see your existing IAM role. If you wanted to change, just change it from here, right? So I don't want to change, so I'm going to cancel and keep my IAM role as it is, right? So here also in the security tab, we are going to see which IAM role is being attached to this instance, right? So there is also a way to view it. Now let's connect. Click on the session manager. Let's refresh one more time because sometimes it takes a little bit of time to, or maybe we can try it with this instance. Instance. Okay, now let's click here. If the instance is ready, we should be able to connect it. Yeah, we are able to connect it. This is our Amazon Linux 2023. Now let's see, we are going to run AWS S2 LS, right? Then we should be able to see all the buckets. These are my buckets. Now let's verify it. So I'm going to go to S3 and then let's click here and see all the buckets. Yes, so here we have 14 buckets. Here we also like this 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 buckets here as well. So now let's go to the details of any bucket AWS S3 LS. It's AWS Bucket. You should see all the contents here. So if I go to here as well, I should be able to see, yeah, this is the folder. Now I can download a file, or maybe I can see if there's a file here. Let's create one. And sample.txt. Okay, yes. So I'm just going to copy the file from my local EC2 to S3. Let's do that. AWS S3 CP and then sample.txt. AWS sample.txt. The middle mistake. Oh, yeah. There was a typo. I put double and drop. Sorry. Yeah. Let's go into the bucket. Refresh the bucket. And here it is. This is my sample.txt file. And if I download this file, I should be able to do it here. So that means you can easily upload files from EC2 to S3. Now let's do the opposite. Let's download a file that is in, let's see the example. So this is the file. Let's copy the path and then AWS S3 CP and then S2 interface with okay slash path and then dot. Dot means I want to save it in this folder. And here it is. This is the file. So that being said, this is a very simple and useful tutorial for you. So next time, if you need to access anything, not about like S3, but anything like if you wanted to send emails or like SMS, anything, any other AWS services that you wanted to access from EC2, you can do that with IAM. You don't need to create an access key or secret key that is unsecure. You can always use IAM role and attach that to that EC2 instance and access S3, Lambda, SQS, SMS, whatever any other services that you wanted to use, you can do that. Just create an IAM role, attach to that IAM role to the EC2 instance, add some permissions. So that being said, that's the video. I hope you like this video. If you do, please share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.